Visit your nearest Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry agent location.
Tonight on News 5 Live, Dr. Osman Martinez is finally sworn in as an elected official. The former CEO turned area rep is now the Minister of State for Foreign Trade. 2 suspects are arraigned for the murder of Belize City fisherman Mark Francisco. In this week's episode of Culture Tuesday, we visit the Soca Mocha Mass Band, and final preparations are underway for the Caribbean Media Awards. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
Mi nombre es Abel Correa. Soy barbero y soy dueño de Usar Barbershop aquí en San Román, Corozal. Aquí en mi negocio usamos diferentes tipos de pago. Tenemos Belize Bank Online Service, eCash y en efectivo. Este servicio me ha ahorrado mucho tiempo de ir al banco a hacer transacciones, transferencias y pagos también. Yo recomiendo 100% Belize Bank Online eCash porque te ahorra tiempo y dinero.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers! We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Get ready for the 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, live from beautiful Placencia, Belize. Join us as Belize hosts this prestigious event, showcasing its rich blend of cultures, pristine natural beauty, and warm hospitality. Tune in to Channel 5 for the opening ceremony on Monday, August 12th at 7 p.m. and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards on Tuesday, August 13th at 7 p.m. It'll also stream on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Don't miss this exciting opportunity to celebrate excellence in Caribbean broadcasting. The 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards, live on Channel 5.
Child marriage is not just a legal issue. It's a matter of human rights and a form of gender-based violence. It often emerges from cultural beliefs and influence of closed-minded relatives, depriving children of their basic human rights to freedom, security, education, and a voice.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Tuesday, August 13th. I am Sabrina Daly. We begin tonight's newscast with news from Belmopan. Today, almost a month after he was elected in a by-election, Dr. Osman Martinez was sworn in by the Governor General at Belize House as a Minister of State in the Briceño administration. Martinez soundly defeated his political opponent Dennis Williams by more than 2,000 votes at the polls on July 17th in the Toledo East constituency. Following his oath of office, Prime Minister John Briceño assigned Martinez as Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Trade. The former CEO in the Ministry of Economic Development resigned from that post to run for the seat that was left vacant in April when his political boss, Minister of State for Economic Development and Area Representative for Toledo East, Mike Espat, passed away. Today, the new Minister of State Martinez explained to reporters why he got that assignment.
We had our meeting, and on that meeting, it was shown that there is a lot of connectivity, within Ministry of Economic Development, and in order for us to accomplish the pending items on Plan Belize, there is a lot of things that need to be done from the Ministry of Foreign Trade.
When you are CEO, you were able to tap into funds that a lot of funds that Belize would have lost. Now that you're minister, was it your hope that you would have been sworn in as the minister in the Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance, so that you could continue with those projects?
Well, remember that once we are elected, we serve at the pleasure of the Prime Minister. And he is the one who will decide where each individual is more fit to serve. And in this case, he believed that I am more fit to serve in the Ministry of Foreign Trade, then I will do it. But based on your question, I think that the Ministry of Foreign Trade and the Ministry of Finance, they complement one another. And the Ministry of Economic Development. It requires a lot of, when you look at economic development, it's not only about grants, that is one of the things that we champion, but it's also about planning, it's about coordination, it's about dictating the pace of economic growth and development, it's about data analysis. In this case, we will be doing, maybe is executing what we were doing at and all the planning and coordination that was being done at the Ministry of Economic Development, at the Ministry of Foreign Trade. We will be able to implement it because there is a trade deficit, for example, that needs to be, a gap that needs to be closed. There is more opportunities in terms of negotiating with our countries. There is also the investments in terms of getting the Pacific Corridor and the Atlantic Corridor connected through Belize. Also, all these connections in terms of using Belize or geographically, Belize is well positioned to become a good trading partner for the southern part of Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean. And so these are the things that we need to look at. That it's about implementing what we have planned and coordinated at the Ministry of Economic Development and Finance.
The newly sworn-in minister was CEO at the Ministry of Economic Development when the government negotiated the grant for the UB hospital. The land identified for that facility has become the subject of controversy because the government has announced that the hospital will be built on lands that will cost millions of dollars to purchase from a businessman believed to be close to a PUP official. When asked if he would have objected to the costly purchase instead of building the hospital on the UB campus in Belmopan, Martinez said feasibility studies and empirical data are key in determining what decisions are to be made.
The main thing with investments is that you have to look at empirical data and scientific studies. And if the scientific studies call for a decision, then it's important to note that a decision, as hard as it may sound, we will have to execute it because the investments is a lot of money. So whenever you have a huge investments, that's the reason why you will have feasibility studies. That is the reasons why you will have why you will have experts, to to guide you. And I am sure that the Ministry of Health have received all these studies and recommendations from the experts. So it's important to be objective when you look at these things. Why? Because, you know, like in Spanish we have a saying, no, lo que comienza bien, termina bien. Whatever you do good from the beginning, it ends well. And so it's important that when we do big investments, that it's done well from the beginning.
The Toledo East constituency remains a PUP stronghold and was presided over by late area representative Mike Espat, who was first elected in 1989. Espat served for 6 parliamentary terms and was the sitting area rep up to the time of his death earlier this year. We asked Martinez, now that he's taking over with just 1 year before the general elections, what priority area he has identified for Toledo East. He named 2.
In terms of what you'd like to get done in Toledo East, you don't have much time to do that. But what would be the first things that you'd like to get done there?
Creation of jobs. You know, it's very important when you look at Punta Gordas and the surrounding villages in Toledo East. Unemployment is very high, and it has historically, when we look at the historical data from 1981, that's one of the biggest challenges, you know, to create jobs and to even sustain jobs in Toledo East. So that's an important part. And the second one is to increase our human capital. And the only way we will be able to do it is through education. And when we talk about education, we need to be able to diversify our expertise, and at some point we might need to upskill and reskill the labor force so that there is to mitigate the mismatch on the supply and demand within the labor force that we presently have now. So those are the things, 2 things that we want to accomplish, and those are the outcomes: to increase the human capital and to be able to increase the income per capita through sustainable jobs.
On Sunday, the People's United Party held a convention to endorse a standard bearer for Queen Square. Retired educator Dr. Lorna McKay was endorsed to do battle for the party in the next general elections. McKay will square off against Godwin Haylock, who defeated Shane Williams at a UDP convention in 2023. Interestingly, the constituency has been dominated by the UDP for decades, and in the last general elections, Denise Sistaby Barrow won over newcomer, now Deputy Mayor Alan Pollard, by 331 votes. McKay says she sees a need for growth and development in the constituency.
I have been walking through the area with my campaign team, and there are a lot of room for growth in Queen Square. So far as education, so far as housing, so far as repairs to housing, so far as community projects, those are very needed in Queen Square. Queen Square right now is basically dead. Nothing is happening in Queen Square. It is very important that projects and plans and proper plans are put in place to make the people of Queen Square proper residents and to make sure that they are able to live just like everybody else.
What plans, what proper plans are you talking about?
Right, we're talking about implementing projects for kids, implementing healthcare projects for people who are shut-ins, looking at the housing situation in Queen Square, making sure that people can get some sort of assistance so far as sometimes it's just a sheet of zinc that a person needs to stop the water from coming in. Looking at other things like community projects so far as parks, playgrounds, making people comfortable to live in that space.
And coming up, there's going to be more news after the break.
Hello friends, I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, "Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling, and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy." Robert Louis Dabney was an outstanding Presbyterian theologian during the mid-19th century. He served as a minister, as a chaplain, as a chief of staff in General Stonewall Jackson, and helped establish a seminary in Austin, Texas. As he aged, he began to worry about his impending death and expressed his fears in a letter to a former student and theologian, C.R. Vaughn. He wondered about his ability to die honorably and to hold on to his Christian faith. Vaughn replied, "Dear friend, let me advise you now, as you often have me. If you were about to cross a deep chasm and there was a bridge over it, would you stand there looking in at yourself, wondering if you trusted enough in the bridge to be able to cross? Or would you not rather go and examine the beams and timbers of the bridge and the quality of its construction and determine whether the bridge was trustworthy and then pass over it in confidence?" Our faith is in Christ. Spend yourself focusing on Him and His sufficiency rather than on yourself. May this be a goal for all of us. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
St. Catherine has changed the game.
We've gone cashless with Digital Wallet.
Now grabbing a bite in the cafeteria is a whole new experience.
Who needs cash? We just pay with Digital Wallet.
And all our accounts are linked directly to our ID cards. It's quick, safe, and super easy. Download and try Digital Wallet today. Set trends. Keep it cashless with Digital Wallet.
Let us help you to empower your school with Digi Wallet. Streamline payments, elevate efficiency.
Inclement weather and hurricanes are unpredictable, forcing those who are unprepared to hustle to secure their premises with little or no time. StormGuard windows, manufactured by Habet & Habet Limited, gives the prepared homeowner the security, peace of mind, and time to focus on other important things. StormGuard windows are tested by the Regional Hurricane Shelter Project to withstand winds of up to 264 miles per hour. They are available in white and bronze finishes in standard and custom sizes. Don't be fooled by cheap imitations that are not tested and approved. Secure your property and family with StormGuard windows, manufactured by Habet & Habet Limited and also distributed by Brothers Habet Limited.
Get ready for the 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, live from beautiful Placencia, Belize. Join us as Belize hosts this prestigious event, showcasing its rich blend of cultures, pristine natural beauty, and warm hospitality. Tune in to Channel 5 for the opening ceremony on Monday, August 12th at 7 p.m. and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards on Tuesday, August 13th at 7 p.m. It'll also stream on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Don't miss this exciting opportunity to celebrate excellence in Caribbean broadcasting. The 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards, live on Channel 5.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
It's the return of your favorite Tuesday night entertainment. KTV The Remix Season 6 is here. Join us for an exciting night and a chance to win fabulous prizes, plus compete in our halftime challenge. Get your tickets for just $5, available at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. Can't make it in person? No problem. Watch it live on Channel 5 or stream it on Facebook and YouTube. The fun starts at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. KTV The Remix Season 6. It's hot, it's live, and it's only on 5.
We all know about the phasing out of single-use plastics and the enactment of pollution from the plastics regulations. One of the key components in this regulation states that for an item to be considered biodegradable, it must consist of more than 50% of bio-based content. Here, you will find out how the Department of the Environment determines what items meet the criteria and what equipment is being used to guide that process.
Since 2019, the Department of the Environment has been working with CIFAS in doing microplastics. Through this project, CIFAS has donated 2 microscope Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy equipment to strengthen capacities on monitoring and enforcement to reduce marine litter and plastic pollution. The FTIR can be used to identify unknown materials. The Department of the Environment will use the equipment to determine the composition of single-use plastics and biodegradable products to enforce the environmental protection, pollution from plastics regulations.
While we have a long way to go with the implementation of the pollution from plastics regulation, having this equipment is one step closer. For more information on what's being done about biodegradables and ways you can help, visit our website at www.doe.gov.bz.
Just over a week ago, Belize City fisherman Mark Francisco became collateral damage in an incident that ended with his murder. 54-year-old Francisco was shot and killed while preparing for an early morning fishing trip, and according to police, was not the intended target of the crime. Today, 25-year-old Ken Troy McFoy and 25-year-old Degron Joseph were arraigned for murder. Just hours following the incident, the duo was picked up under the state of emergency and later linked to the crime by police, who used surveillance footage to trace the perpetrator's route in a borrowed vehicle following the incident. Police were also able to identify the owner of the vehicle, who notified police that Joseph had borrowed it the previous night. Both men appeared unrepresented in court and were remanded to the Belize Central Prison until their next court date on October 10, 2024. 24-year-old George Gabriel has been arrested and charged for the attempted murder of his foster brother following a stabbing incident in Belmopan on Sunday night. According to Devon Bevans, he was at home in the Las Flores area around 11 p.m. and was about to play a video game when he was attacked by his older sibling. Bevans reported to the police that Gabriel jumped on his back and a struggle ensued. During the altercation, Gabriel inflicted multiple stab wounds to the body. Elsewhere in Belmopan on Sunday, 31-year-old Nisani Garcia and 19-year-old Vivani Nolberto were busted at the Belmopan bus terminal with an unlicensed firearm and ammunition. The pair was on a bus when police searched a school bag belonging to Garcia. Inside the knapsack was a 9mm pistol and several rounds of matching ammunition. Garcia and Nolberto were unable to produce a license for the weapon and were subsequently charged for possessing a firearm and ammunition without a license. Meanwhile, in Toledo District, 22-year-old Josue Padilla has been charged for the rape of a 28-year-old woman. The incident reportedly took place on Saturday night when the woman alleged that a male person she knows had sexual intercourse with her against her will. A medical examination was subsequently conducted and confirmed that the woman was sexually assaulted. Tonight, a mother, a father, and a 13-day-old are at home together after the parents were spared a prison sentence for illicit drug possession. 24-year-old Shaquem Francis Ferguson and 20-year-old Kelly Alexander Sanchez were charged jointly with 2 counts of possession of a controlled drug after 13 grams of cocaine were found in the couple's home on Monday, an estimated value of $600 to $800. The two appeared unrepresented in court today, where Ferguson entered a plea deal, taking responsibility for the drugs. Ferguson was handed a non-custodial sentence of $5,000 plus $1,000 for each count. This offense carries a mandatory minimum fine of $10,000 and/or 3 years imprisonment. However, the judge considered the fact that this is Ferguson's first drug offense, for which he expressed remorse. Considering Ferguson's guilty plea, the charges were withdrawn from Sanchez. After the break, Belize Bank signs a master guarantee agreement with CARICOM Development Fund. But first, here's a weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers! We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Hurricanes can be devastating, but knowing your risk can make a difference. Take time to assess your home's construction and location. Is it in a flood zone? Can it withstand strong winds? Preparing now saves headaches later. Contact us for a personalized risk assessment. Remember, it pays to get it right with RFNG Insurance, a Row Group company.
every moment of every day, crystal water is taste you can trust.
Having issues with low water pressure in your home? Well, the Goulds ResiBoost Compact Booster Pump System provides the solution you need. This system isn't just any constant water pressure system. It's a product of Goulds Water Technology's next generation engineering and design. This easy-to-install plug-and-play system is more reliable, more durable, and more efficient at ensuring strong, consistent water pressure throughout your entire household. Take your water pressure to the next level with Goulds ResiBoost. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Belize City Chicken Express, with spacious parking and air conditioning, has the widest variety of delicious chicken dishes to satisfy your every craving. You've been asking, and we heard you. Our Belize City branch is now open until 8 p.m. Chicken Express, with the unique taste of quality chicken.
The return of your favorite Tuesday night entertainment. KTV The Remix Season 6 is here. Join us for an exciting night and a chance to win fabulous prizes. Plus compete in our halftime challenge. Get your tickets for just $5. Available at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. Can't make it in person? No problem. Watch it live on Channel 5 or stream it on Facebook and YouTube. The fun starts at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. KTV The Remix Season 6. It's hot, it's live, and it's only on 5.
September celebrations are less than a month away, and Belizeans everywhere are gearing up for the occasion. For many, the highlight of the month is the Carnival Road March that sees the streets filled with colorful costumes, music, and most importantly, dancing. In just a few short weeks, the streets will be filled as people gather to watch the hundreds of revelers showcasing their love of country and community. And this week's episode of Culture Tuesday, News 5's Jordan caught up with Soca Mocha for an idea of what the energy is as the Carnival date marches towards us.
Sub umbra florio. Under the shade I flourish. That is what is written at the bottom of Belize's coat of arms. It is a symbol of Belize's history and resilience. However, it is under the blazing sun that the members of the Carnival group Soca Mocha revel. And this joy is a symbol of Belize's freedom.
Literally, I ready like no. Honestly, I know the lie. We ready like for today.
For Carnival fanatics, Soca Mocha has become a household name, as it has been a part of the celebrations for 22 years. Although back then, the group was known as the Southside Masqueraders. Audrey Bradley, the owner of Soca Mocha for the past 14 years, tells us that the new name represents the blend of ethnicities that make up the mass band.
Fortunately, that is so easy. Everybody loves Soca Mocha. I think we're the people band. That's never a problem for us. Like, as people hear Soca Mocha, they always want come and join. So, like, thank God I don't have to the beg, the recruit.
Almost a quarter of the group is made up of Bradley's family members, but it is never short of new faces. The group's ability to attract new dancers is something she strives to foster.
Everybody loves us everywhere we go, and I like when once they come in of this circle, this carnival circle, they automatically turn family. We have people far. I started 14 years ago, and now they call me cousin and sister, so the family.
The dancers are comprised of women and men of varying ages. Wilson Bejerano, a reveler for the past 2 years, says everyone is welcomed here.
On the first practice, you can say that everybody just really accept you and just want to have fun just like this. Or
I just come back and dance again.
And Miss Bradley describes this sort of like a community, like a family. What's that like for you coming in and being a part of this?
I mean, they just like where she said, like family just come in and like they accept you and unconditional love, really good.
Taja Flowers is participating in the Road March for the first time as a dancer. Bitten by the Carnival bug, she immediately knew that Soca Mocha was the right choice for her. You feel any kind of nerves being like a newcomer joining a group like this?
No, it's all love here. I love it here. Everybody's so nice, everybody's so sweet, everybody just pure vibes.
Soca Mocha's theme this year is an illusionary insanity where madness meets mystical magic. According to the veteran reveler Roslyn Smith, the team is ready to bring that magic to the streets of Belize.
Well, you could say anybody who join our group, we are love, we are like family. So as you call, you feel the support, you feel the love, and you want to know where you want to stay. Because we are all about love. When you hear about Soca Mocha, you only think about family. You see the song when Marshall Mocha bring out, we're rolling with the family. This is the song for this group here. We're rolling with the family because we are like one big happy family.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
The Credit Risk Abatement Facility aims to strengthen access to finance for small and medium enterprises by providing them with a greater range of financing options. One critical challenge for SMEs is the lack of access to financing for investments in renewable energy technologies and energy efficiency measures. CRAF, as it is otherwise known, is the brainchild of the CARICOM Development Fund. This morning, an agreement was signed between the CDF and the Belize Bank Limited.
We are extremely excited about this facility. It's been going on, negotiations have been going on for over a year. We felt that we need to partner with someone like Kraft that has the experience, it has the know-how, and it has the credit enhancements required to assist us to finance small and medium enterprises in the areas of energy and energy efficiency. As you know, traditional banks do traditional lending, and sometimes we need the expertise of other entities to be able to get to finance more risky, what we consider more risky projects. Not more risky for them because they understand the industry. So sometimes we think that getting together governments, traditional banks, multilaterals, development agencies, when we get together, I think that the impact is much more impactful for the benefit of our clients.
In this instance, we are dealing with sustainable energy sector. But we have done a lot of development work with Belize in agriculture and in SMEs as well.
So the Belize Bank is signing on. Let's talk a little bit about what now is made possible through this signing.
Right. Okay. Well, the way the Credit Risk Abatement Facility operates is that it tries to address a problem with SMEs that are trying to invest in renewable energy and energy efficiency to improve the performance of their business as well as to reduce their carbon footprint. And the crux of that is to make affordable financing available to them for investment.
The first master guarantee agreement was signed by the CDF and the St. Lucia Development Bank in April of 2021 to provide partial credit guarantee for investments in projects advancing to the use of photovoltaic systems, efficient air conditioning and lighting systems. Since 2019, the Rotary Club of Belize Sunrise has been assisting needy teenagers with secondary scholarships. Today, the organization did just that for the upcoming school year, with the handing out of scholarships to 21 adolescents who are either entering high school or returning to complete their secondary education. News 5's Marian Ali was at the Best Western Belize Biltmore Plaza Hotel for the brief ceremony and filed this report.
21 teenagers who will later on be a part of Belize's workforce today secured the chance to begin their studies towards that goal when they received scholarships from the Rotary Club of Belize Sunrise. President of the club, Dinesh Bojwani, said the selection process was based on two criteria.
One is financial need, and the other one, and most importantly, is the academic excellence. So we look at merit, we look at, as I had mentioned earlier, for the primary students, it's a 80%, and for high school students, a 3.0 GPA. And in order to stay in the program, you generally, we ask that you maintain that GPA or that 80% throughout the entire program for you to be able to be eligible. Because the idea of the program is not just a one-time thing, it's the idea to see them through the entire high school, their entire high school career.
The three students we spoke with all applied because they have goals.
I wanted to help my parents save money, and I feel like this thing will help me upgrade my education in different ways.
I ended up applying to the scholarship to get the opportunity because it really helps when you have opportunities like this in high school.
I love my education. I think it would have helped better for me.
Bojwani says the Rotary offers an additional program to support the students who might fall behind the required average. Counseling and tutoring are also offered for those who need that kind of help.
It's not just the financial support, but there's counseling if needed. We speak to them. There's tutoring if necessary. So the idea behind it is before they get off, before they get to the next year, and we kind of monitor them a little bit to see. Well, we don't. The school does, and then we are able to then say, they're kind of moving off the path a little bit, and we bring them to that thing. So counseling, tutoring, all of that stuff is part of the process.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
When we return, will the Ministry of New Growth Industries consider oyster farming?
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal. Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Borrowing by the Briceño government has been more excessive than by any previous administration.
We have come to this National Assembly and borrowed approximately $1.7 billion with a B in 4 years,
And as Senator Michael Perifit explained, that 1.7 billion with a B does not even include the constant domestic borrowing from the local financial system, an additional 758 million.
Like, for example, the government issued a Treasury bill note in July to be matured in October for $64 million. Like, then leave millions there, we're not counting. This is just straight external loans that we take on. In less than 4 years, $1.7 billion.
The excessive nature of the borrowing is one thing. What is also worrying is the question of where exactly is the money going.
We keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. We not see no solar panel yet for the Saudis. We not see none of anything there yet. We're in there. And we keep the borrow and borrow with nothing to show for it.
The United Democratic Party calls on Briceño and the PUP to stop the excessive borrowing, which is not benefiting the people, but which generations of Belizeans will have to repay with interest.
It is concerning. The national debt is increasing, and the more we borrow, the less we see, and the more components come in these loans that have nothing to do with real development. When will we stop borrowing?
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
The Elections and Boundaries Department presents the following information on transfer of electors.
Transfer of electors is conducted during the period 1st July to 31st August of each year. In accordance with Section 59(1) of the General Provisions of the Representation of the People Act, Chapter 9, where a registered person changes his place of residence from one division to another, he shall, after he has resided for a minimum period of 2 months at his new address, give written notice thereof in Form 17 of the 5th Schedule to the registering officer of the division in which he now resides. Therefore, electors who have changed addresses from one electoral division to another shall visit the Elections and Boundaries Registration Office in their new division to apply for transfer. To facilitate the process, electors are encouraged to bring along a picture ID such as voter's identification card, social security card, driver's license, or passport. The Elections and Boundaries Department takes this opportunity to encourage persons who have attained the age of 18 years or over and others who have not yet re-registered since 2nd July 2018 to visit the Elections and Boundaries Registration Office in the electoral division where they reside and apply to be registered. To become a registered elector, every person shall be 18 years of age or over and is a citizen of Belize or is a citizen of any Commonwealth country who who has ordinarily resided in Belize for a period of not less than 12 months and is a resident for a period of not less than 2 months in the electoral division in which he seeks registration.
Remember, you have a civic duty to ensure that you are registered in the electoral division where you reside. This message is brought to you by the Elections and Boundaries Department.
At the Life Company, we understand that life can be demanding and fast-paced, so we've made it easier for you to contact us. Wherever you may be, and at your own convenience, you can now access our services through our social media platforms. RFNG Life is pleased to introduce our new LifeBot service. Request a quotation, make premium payments, speak to a customer service representative, and more from right where you are in the palm of your hands. Visit our website or Facebook page or WhatsApp us at 671-5143 to try out our new LifeBot service today. RFNG Life Insurance, the Life Company.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
How can a precision-engineered and sustainably made tire change your world? A tire that gives you strength and safety when you need it most.
What we learn on the track, we innovate
for the road, bringing next-level quality and reliability to every drive. At GT, we believe our tires can deeply improve the driving experience for each and every one of us, whatever our goals. Enjoy driving. GT Tire.
Find your perfect summer vacation at Hopkins Bay. Stay in a beach house, dine at the Rum Shack, and relax by the pool with 15% off local rates on multi-bedroom beach houses. WhatsApp us at 671-4977 to book your staycation through August 31st.
The Caribbean Media Awards ceremony is being held tonight in Placencia. Media workers from across the region will find out later if their submissions will receive an award. We begin with Monday night's opening ceremony for the CBU's annual general meeting. The environment took center stage at the ceremony with a keynote address from Prime Minister John Briceño. News 5's Paul Lopez is in Placencia, and he filed the following report.
Caribbean Broadcasting Union officially opened its 55th Annual General Assembly on Monday night at the Naya Resort in Placencia Village. The opening ceremony saw several presentations that captured the diverse ethnicities and cultures in Belize. But the environment took center stage as the theme for this year's AGA is media and the environment.
There are so many parts of the country that are protected. You know, you just can't go around burning down trees and cutting down trees. And that just struck me because maybe people in Belize don't know that that's not like, everywhere in the Caribbean is not like that, right? The fact that you have by law protected your environment with policy is not something that is common across the region. And I'm praying to you all, do not take it for granted.
Prime Minister John Briceño was the keynote speaker at the opening event. He highlighted several government policy initiatives, undertaken by his administration to safeguard the country's natural heritage.
We here in Belize, we are deeply committed to the environmental sustainability and preservation. I'm pleased that you all decided to focus this year's meeting on such a critical issue, media and the environment. Today I will share with you some of the work of my government, the work that we're doing in the areas of conservation and preservation. As a government, we are deeply committed to safeguarding our natural heritage and promoting sustainable practices that will ensure the long-term healthy and viability of our environment. As journalists, I trust you have all done your research, and so you know that Belize is home to a rich diversity of ecosystems, including pristine rainforests, vibrant coral reefs, and abundant wildlife.
The Caribbean is at the front line of the negative effects of climate change. Unpredictable weather patterns fueled by fossil fuel emissions have caused significant damage to vibrant and necessary ecosystems. The media plays a key role in helping to inform the public, tell the stories of those affected, and hold authorities accountable.
If you have all of these mangoes and then suddenly somebody starts to send mangoes into this country that are being sold cheaper than your mangoes, and they send lots and lots and lots of them, after a while people might not remember the taste of the local mango, or they see it and it's hardly there, and they begin to think a lot more about this mango that they're getting from outside. That's the same thing that happens with content. So to the extent that there's so much imported content that is proliferating the entire region, it challenges how local people are able to see themselves, because they're seeing these other images that they are now like, I want to be like that, I want to speak like that.
Monday night's opening ceremony also saw the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center receive the CBU's President Award. Additionally, the late Oliver Clark from Jamaica was inducted into the CBU's Hall of Fame.
You are an indispensable partner, Dr. Grant, you and your team, in reaching almost 5 million people across the region. There's no other entity that has the expertise, that has the reputation, that has the reach, that has the know-how, stories told by us for us, than the CBU. And linking arms with you over the last, since 2018, but particularly over the last 2 years, is paying rich dividends by encouraging our journalists, our media professionals in print, in media, in digital, in TV, in radio, in showcasing the plight of our people.
With your financial prowess and strong business instincts, you turned around the fortunes of the grand dame of Caribbean print media, the Gleaner Company, establishing it as a financially strong organization, now celebrating its 190th anniversary and boasting the accolade of being the longest continuing publication in the Americas. But most of all, you are known at home and abroad for your commitment to press freedom. In the late 1970s, spurred by efforts of the government of the day to bring pressure on the Gleaner to influence editorial policy or indeed to close the company, you launched a campaign to protect the free press, which you regarded as a critical pillar of democracy.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
As we said, the Caribbean Media Awards ceremony is set to take place tonight in Placencia. The event will be aired live on Channel 5. Media workers will be recognized in 55 categories. More than 400 submissions from across the Caribbean were made for this year's awards competition. Great Belize Productions has been nominated in various categories. We spoke with Sonia Gill, the Secretary General of CBU, ahead of tonight's event.
What we're going to be celebrating is really just a sampling of the content that regional people are able to enjoy, because our regional professionals, trained locally, most of them within the region, are able to present about the lives, the livelihoods, and the issues that really affect us. In addition, we're going to see a lot of content in different formats, not just news stories, but documentaries. We're going to see digital content, podcasts. We're going to see all kinds of creative celebrations of social media content that are speaking to us. We have a wide range of categories because, again, it's not just what's in the newscasts or in the front of the newspapers or in the digital news publications, but it's drama, it's comedy, it's focused on entertainment, and very much it's about the actual people. So there is a set of categories that looks at those who are doing a wonderful job in directing, in producing, in audio engineering for television or for radio, or even as social media creators. So we want to recognize the material and the people that make up our media sector so critical to this Caribbean region.
And that's the news. Do remember that the 55th Annual Caribbean Media Awards commences immediately after tonight's newscast at 7 p.m. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5beliefs.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.